Amelia, Marrow is finally here. Of course, I was on a Zoom with a client and my boss, and I got the notification that Marrow had arrived downstairs. And I was like, oh, can I pause this Zoom and just go get it? Marrow is one of those Marvel legends that we have all been waiting for. She is such a fan favorite X character that I can't believe it's taken this long to get her. Now, we did previously get her in a Generation X wave back during the Toy Biz 5-inch figures era, and she was great. She was in her Gene Nation costume. And of course, a lot of us, when the rumors started swirling that we were going to be getting a Marrow figure, we were like, well, does this mean that we're going to get Marrow in her Marvel vs. Capcom 2 costume, or are we going to get Gene Nation Marrow, or are we going to get the Marrow that's a little bit more comics accurate, which is her with like the skullish, very, angry looking face, because she is a Morlock. And we got the Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I'm opening her up right now. Oh, nope. No packaging here. It's just a straight up open. All right, let's see here. But I'm happy with it because I grew up I already looked at her. Sorry, Familia. I grew up in the 90s. And Marvel vs. Capcom 2, oh my gosh, Familia. Look at that. Look at her right there. She looks so good. Although, again, it's funny. I feel like for packaging, they do a basic Google search, or Marvel just has a database for the companies that they do collaborations with, and you're just pull from that database, because there's so many other better photos of Marrow. And I know this is from her time on Krakoa when we were doing the X-Men vote. But I would have pulled something from the 90s. In a perfect world, you would have pulled the image from Marvel vs. Capcom 2. But anyways, so Marrow, we'll give a brief history on Marrow and we'll talk about this figure. Marrow in the 90s look at her right there. Great deco. Oh my gosh. Her waist, that's like a metallic deco. Okay, I have a lot to say. So, Marrow, in the 90s, it was revealed that Sarah, that's her real name, was a little girl when the Morlock massacre happened. And she saw Angel sort of impaled, and Gambit saved her. And Gambit has a whole story with the Morlocks and the Marauders. But Mikhail, who is Colossus and Magic's brother, actually took her and some other Morlocks to an alternate dimension called Hill, which was a hellish landscape for 15 years. And she comes back and she leads a group of mutants that are mercenaries called Gene Nation. And Gene Nation clashes, of course, famously with Generation X. And then they have a situation on the anniversary of the Morlock massacre where they took a subway hostage and they demanded that Storm comes, and then Storm and Marrow fight. And it's revealed that Marrow has a detonator in her heart, and Storm has to reach into Sarah's heart, pull out her heart, and stop her from detonating the detonator, because it would kill all the hostages on the subway. And then she would eventually join the X-Men around Zero Tolerance. And it's during this time where she was on Marvel vs. Capcom, and she's being pushed everywhere in Marvel. She's teaming up with Spider-Man. She's on the flagship X-Men. She's in Marvel vs. Capcom, which I feel everyone of my generation, we were playing that. Look at her right there. So one of the things that they did for Marrow during this time is that Marrow could control her bone structure. So if you see previous images of Marrow, she looks a bit more menacing, her bone structure is all over the place. But she was able then to fix her face, and she was all of a sudden, air quote, beautiful. And that's where this look is based off of in Marvel vs. Capcom. Personally, I like it when she's a bit more menacing. I wanted her to have the bone protruding from her forehead. Oh, that's the kind of Marrow I want. But this is a beautiful figure. Look at her right there. And look at the detail on the bones right there, Familia. And look at the metallic paint. And look right here for her bones, her knees right there. Um, it's interesting. The figure itself, I mean, the budget went to her back, to the torso. I mean, this is stunning. I mean, look at all the details there for the bones. She's a great looking figure. I don't know if immediately, it's funny because I was talking to Rod over in New Zealand, his friend, and he thought she was really, really good. And I was like, okay, she's probably going to rank higher than Husk and Fabian Cortez. And you guys know how I feel about Fabian, but I'm going to tell you, I'm a little disappointed. Oh, look how interesting. I'm sorry, I should be showing this on camera. So, like, her hands are a little bit more pliable than normal, and I can get the bone in there. She can hold it like that. But yeah, look at that. It's not as hard because this is like really bendy plastic. Check that out there. We have been waiting a long time for this figure. Very long time for her. Oop, I have to like get it in. Yeah, because if you can see, you can't get it in this way. I'm going to tell you something. I was very excited for this figure. I'm happy we have her. She's definitely going on display for me. Ah, look at her there. But I'm going to tell you, the entire situation getting her right now feels a bit unceremonious. Here she is next to Fabian Cortez. I say Fabian, but Fabian Cortez. Great looking wave, wonderful paint deco. I know Hasbro's been talking about cost-effective figures. The CEO has been out there. Hasbro is doing a tremendous job. But, with Marrow, right now, they chose her Marvel versus Capcom. This is the Marvel versus Capcom look 100%. There is, of course, a rumor out there of which we have reported on that we are going to get a wave of Marvel versus Capcom figures. I think that is kind of within the realm of possibilities. I do pride ourselves on the rumors we have reported on. They come from very trusted sources, and a good chunk of the figures we've discussed have definitely made it onto shelves. So the fact that we know that they're talking about Marvel versus Capcom and they did a video game specific stream where they focus on the PS5 Spider-Man, I think that's a great indication that we could possibly be getting a Marvel versus Capcom wave. Yeah, check those out right there. Looks good. She looks great. As of right now, I'm going to put Husk and Fabian at my number one. Gambit, Age of Apocalypse Gambit, and then her. Subject to change once I get the remaining figures in. I'm sad. I thought she was going to get number one for me. I thought she was going to be number one on my list. So this is a bit disappointing for me that I'm putting her so low on the list. But she's still a great figure. Again, like I've said with Hasbro, even a figure that's somewhat disappointing for Hasbro is still light years better than anything else we have on the market. And so here she is right there, Marrow. Very excited to add her to my collection. I'm going to pose her right next to Cable in the blue suit, which is obviously based off of Marvel vs. Capcom as well. Familia, let us know your thoughts on Marrow. I know this is a bit of a quicker review than we're used to, but Marrow is a pretty straightforward character. We talked about this. Straightforward character. We knew we were getting this version. We knew it was going to be Marvel versus Capcom. I would have liked G Nation, but let us know your feels down below, and we will review the rest of the figures as we get them.